stage and do recitals back in my trombone playing days. So thanks for that. Thanks for that warm welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Library Recital Hall here in the College of Arts and Communication at UW-Whitewater. My name is Mike Dugan, and it's a pleasure, my pleasure, and honor to serve as the Dean of the College of Arts and Communication here at UW-Whitewater. To kick things off with a bang, please join me in welcoming the best and our favorite Associate Provost, Dr. Kristen Plessel.
I was told that I can take this off. Let's see if I can manage it. It's a test, right? I passed. I'm good, and I can leave my favorite, and I passed the test. Welcome, everyone. We're so glad that you're here today. As it says in your program, I am not Robin Fox. She was called away differently. She is a little shorter than I am as well. So I'm Kristen Plessel, Associate Provost. I want to welcome everyone here, first and foremost, to the many faculty and staff that I see in the room. I want to personally thank you for everything you do, every day, every minute, for your students. I see all of the work that you're doing, all of the care that you put into your students, your courses, your scholarship. It really shines. Thank you. Let's give them a hand, please. And next, to the scholarship winners. We are so proud of you. I see so many of you, many with guests that you've brought along today. Say thank you to them along the way. The work that you've done, as I took a second looking through the program, of what all of the different scholarships are, and the things that you've achieved, and really the cream rising to the top. I'm so glad that today we're taking the time to celebrate you. You're each individual, amazing, and enough, and we're so glad that you are Warhawks here at UW-Whitewater. Let's give them a hand as well. And last but absolutely not least, thank you so much to the alumni and the donors that are here in the room. Without you, so much of what we're here celebrating today would not be possible. The things that you have contributed, both with your time and with your resources, really can make a huge difference today. And I hope that you feel that pride in your heart as you watch these students cross the stage today. Thank you so much for all your generosity. We really appreciate you. And the biggest round of applause for them, please. Now, the reason I say the favorite associate provost, for those of you in the room who don't know, there's only one associate provost in the university, is that that is all I was told to do today. So I'm going to go right along so that we can celebrate each and one of you and turn this right back over to Dean Dugan. Thank you.
Yeah, so in case you haven't noticed, so in your program, so we did, there's a little bit of a pinch hit today with Dr. Plessel's. So she found out at 2:30, I think she was going to come over and give her remarks today, so I appreciate her for being able to come over and represent the provost office. So thank you, Dr. Plessel, if you're still back there and within earshot.
What did you say?
I said, that's the scary thing, is that the boss is always listening. All right. Well, again, a hearty, heartfelt welcome to all of you, new and returning students, our esteemed faculty and staff, cherished faculty members and friends, and our exceptional scholarship donors. A special welcome to the 12th Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, Galen Greenhill, and his wife, Hannah. It's not every day that your name is on the outside of the building and you can actually meet the donors who made that possible. So Hannah and Galen will be here through the reception afterwards. Please stop by and say hello. Chancellor Greenhill gave this university 37 years of service as a faculty member, as a dean, as a vice chancellor, and eventually a chancellor. So welcome to you and inspire creativity, diversity, expression, inquiry, and integrity through the embodied education in the fine, performing, and communicative arts and professions. The contributions and support of our generous donors helps our students live out this mission every day, and for that, we're immensely grateful. I'd like to now take a moment to welcome our new students. If you are new Warhawks, please just raise your hands as you're able so we can applaud you. And I'll ask the same audience participation of our returning students. If you can raise and wave your hands as you're able. To all the students, whether you've been here 2 weeks or 7 years, sometimes that happens. As you embark on your academic journey, remember that you are never, ever alone. Contact your peers, your professors, your advisors, your department chairs if you need assistance, guidance, or direction of any sort. You can embody our mission and leave your mark on this college and the university. As you continue on the path towards graduation, we look forward to witnessing your contributions to UW-Whitewater and how those contributions will make this institution a better place than you found it. Speaking of students, I'd like to take a moment to thank our comm ambassadors for helping check in our students this afternoon. While our university is recognized for its student-centered approach, we thrive because of the dedication and expertise of our faculty and staff. So I'm going to take a moment to show gratitude, especially to our department program chairs and coordinators. So I'm going to list off some names and we can applaud at the very end. Professors Christian Ellenwood for the Department of Music, Sue Wildermuth from the Department of Communication, Eric Appleton for the Department of Theater and Dance, Bill Miller from the Media Arts and Game Development, Jared Janovic from the Department of Art and Design, Corey Davis, who heads our Communication Graduate Program, Deborah Wilk, who's the coordinator of World of the Arts, Dr. Ashley Dimming, who's the director of Crossman Gallery, Chris Bornhuter, who is our advising manager, and Pilar Joseph from Career Services. I'd also like to take the time to recognize the backbones of our academic departments and the Dean's Office. In the Dean's Office, Amy Featherston and Becky Smith. Representing Communication and Media Art and Game Development, Julie Bridgman. From Music, Kat Bastine. From Theater and Dance, Linda Hewitt. And from Art and Design, Casey Carroll. As many of you know, faculty, staff, and students, nothing gets done and moves along in our bureaucratic nightmare of a process without the hard work of these individuals. So join me in applauding them. Almost through the thank yous. And a special thank you goes out to Jessica Turner, our Director of Marketing, or Director of Events and Marketing, and her assistant Fatima Morales for their incredible work organizing this entire event. Mostly Jessica Turner. So everything that you see up on stage, out in the atrium with catering, and all the little details that you don't see, but you would notice if they didn't happen, those are all Jessica Turner. So please join me in congratulating her. An individual who works behind the scenes, now from retirement, organizes all of the College of Arts and Communications scholarships with meticulous fortitude, and for that we are forever grateful to Professor Emerita Barbara Rubel. Last but not least, I'm pleased to welcome to the stage a pillar of the College of Arts and Communication, the only associate dean that I know that has received a standing ovation this past calendar year, the man, the myth, the legend, our beloved associate dean, Professor Robert Mertens. Join me on stage to introduce our Value Award winners.
Thank you. Beginning back in 2012, a highlight of our celebration here each year is the announcement of the College Value Award recipients. And as the Dean acknowledged, our college upholds the shared values of inquiry, expression, creativity, diversity, and integrity. And these are the things that our faculty, academic staff, and students draw upon as part of their daily practice. Nominated by faculty in their disciplines as exemplifying these values, I would ask that the recipients of this year's Value Awards come forward to be congratulated by the Dean as I call your name. And the 2025 Value Award recipient for inquiry is awarded to Kaylee Collins Perez from the Theater Dance Department. Kaylee is pursuing a history and a theater education major. The 2025 Value Award for Expression is awarded to Annalise Burke from the Department of Art and Design. Annalise is pursuing a BFA in Art Licensure. The 2025 Value Award for Creativity is awarded to Alyssa Monaco from the Department of Communication. Alyssa is pursuing a minor in advertising. The 2025 Value Award for Diversity is awarded to Grenadine Groves from the Media Arts and Game Development area. Grenadine is pursuing a BA in the MHED Technology emphasis. And the 2025 Value Award for Integrity is awarded to Emma Clark from the Department of Music. Emma is pursuing a BM degree in choral education. Please join me in congratulating all of our 2025 College of Arts and Communication Value Award recipients.
There's a couple of phones out, so just hang tight for like 10 seconds. Just stare at the clock in the back of the room. All right, I think I saw the phone. Congratulations.
We will next hear from music education major Emma Clark, who was selected as this year's Value Award speaker. It should also be noted that Emma was also selected as the Richard G. Garter Award co-recipient for 2025. The Garter Award is presented by the Wisconsin Music Educators Association to the most outstanding undergraduate music education major from one of Wisconsin's public or private colleges or universities. Since its inception in 1989, a student from the UW Department of Music has received the award 19 out of 38 years. Please welcome back Emma Clark.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Mertens. That was quite an introduction for sure. Thank you. So I was tasked with preparing a short story and speech about the word integrity. So I will be sharing that with you now. So last spring, I had the opportunity to be a part of a really exciting project exploring Indigenous art and music. And when I first saw the music that we would be learning about, I was amazed and just a little bit skeptical because one of the pieces we were learning about was by a Munsee Cree Indigenous composer named Brent Michael Davis. And this piece was really challenging for me to interpret.
If you can imagine, there is musical notation on the page, but within the music, there is a larger picture of a tree. It's seemingly blended into the music and is embellished with bird sounds and other chanting from the choir. It represents summer, as in the title, and the text is dedicated to a native herbalist and teacher from Wisconsin, Nora Thompson Dean. I had never seen a piece of music like this before that incorporated musical notation with visual art. But during the rehearsal process, there were many moments that challenged us. But as we began to interpret the piece, I grew to enjoy the unique creative experience of art and music combined. The project culminated in a performance of music and an exhibition of native art by the art department, and we performed surrounding an ornate metal tree sculpture that was created by a Whitewater student and Oneida Nation member, Gloria Cornelius. I'm not sure if she's here today, but shout out to her. If you're interested, her sculpture will have a permanent home here eventually at the CA, but the music, however, with the tree and all, is here on display in the front entrance. So as a singer, as a part of Dr. Garen Beck's Chamber Singers Ensemble, this experience was really eye-opening and a true representation of collaboration within the College of Arts and Communication. In order to seek to expand our knowledge of indigenous cultural traditions, we had to study primary sources and learn from Native people, but it was also awesome to learn alongside my peers from Dr. Wilk's art history class and to view art through their lens. This performance might have been fleeting, but it was an experience that cannot be replicated. It was very momentous. Through this project, I learned why performing, creating, and communicating art must be an active process rooted in comprehensive learning. All art forms deserve to have this type of integrity and attention to detail. So when I think of integrity in a more broader sense, images of buildings come to mind, and they might for you as well, as in structural integrity. It's how we know that the brick walls surrounding us are solid and the roof will not cave in. And thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Greenhill and other very generous donors who supported this building since its creation in 1971, we know that this building is structurally sound. The university is in the midst of many exciting renovations to this building that will allow for further growth and ease of creativity. Regardless, it's because of structural integrity that the building will remain. The bricks will remain intact, even during dangerous storms. Now, I know that this analogy is not exactly what the scholarship committee had in mind, but I think that this comparison is worthwhile. In the same way that we trust our buildings to withstand pressure when we're away, we trust others around us when we work together for a common goal. We're human beings, we're not bricks, but each of us endure loads of pressure and stress and really complex challenges in our lives. When these big decisions start to weigh on us, how we choose to react is imperative. Not only does integrity point to honesty and individual belief systems, but it sums up all of our best qualities. One way to describe integrity is how we see the world and how we understand the difference between right and wrong. Going back to the brick building analogy, the challenge comes when the building is locked for the night and no one is around. When no one is watching, will the building remain standing? I mean, that's pretty obvious, but for me, the challenge comes when my values are questioned and when I have to make big decisions. Integrity means being intentional with our energy, and it takes action. I believe that having integrity in our preparation allows for creativity and collaboration with others. And so far, I've been speaking to you about integrity to others, but integrity is not just limited to others. Integrity to self is the same, and I believe harder, at least for me. It's being honest with ourselves all of the time. It looks like taking time away from my phone, being honest with my practice goals, and going to sleep before midnight. Clearly, I'm still working on this as I was writing this speech teach later in the evening, let's just say. But consistency and honesty with ourselves and others takes a generous amount of energy and thought. This kind of self-integrity might feel uncomfortable. It does for me. But I acknowledge that to be a better future educator, friend, family member, and human being, I need to be intentional with myself and my time. And you might find that to be true for you as well, or maybe you have that figured out already. But no matter where you are in life, I think that what we need most right now is integrity and kindness. More of your generosity and more of your authenticity. Integrity is not easy, and we are not buildings, luckily. We are humans, and we're striving for better versions of ourselves and for others. We are humans, and we're better together, because, like bricks in a building, we rely on each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma, for those very thoughtful remarks. It's now time for our college scholarship recipients to be recognized, followed by the scholarships of the various departments. It's my pleasure to introduce Emerita Professor Barbara Grubel, Chair of the Scholarships Committee.
It is our pleasure to recognize the recipients of the College of Arts and Communication scholarships. Students, please stand when your name is called. Remain standing until all scholarship recipients have been announced. Audience, we kindly ask that you hold your applause until all the names have been read. Francine L. Pease, Arts and Communication Scholarship. Noah Brockway. Edward and Pauline Hung, Strategic Priority Endowment. Haley Day, Zoe Emerson. Outstanding Junior Scholarship, J.T. White. College of Arts and Communication Promise Endowment, Rory Nicole, Tessa Tusher, Zachary Martinez, Brittany Ogden. And Daily Memorial Scholarship, Michael Miller. The John and Shirley Greenwood Scholarship, J.C. Sessing. James R. and Zoe Connor, Arts and Communication Scholarship, Ian Curtis. Raymond E. and Zenobia R. Light Memorial Scholarship, Catherine Daniel, Juliana Bullock, Sophia Blow. The Shoe Scholarships. Senior, Dakota Deidenberger. Junior, Noah Ward. Sophomore, Benjamin Pintar. Freshman, Robert Remus. The FASL Forensics Leadership Scholarship, Amelia Moody. Dr. Eileen M. Hayes Endowment Scholarship, Ellie Marie Ramos. The Green Hill Excellence in the Arts Award. Madeline Hocus. Peyton Seidel. Benjamin Pintar. Noah Ward. Juliana Bullock. Devin Powers. Robert Remus. Maddie Sycon. Philip Moran. Green Hill Scholars, please meet me at the table out there to meet the Green Hills after the presentation. The Dolly Family Scholarship, Emma Cordray, Emma Clark, Emily Spurn. Bodensteiner University Scholarship, Sophia Goa. The Caldwell Scholarship, Zachary Martinez. Let's congratulate these deserving students. Please welcome to the stage Jared Janovic, Chair of the Art and Design Department.
please stand as your name is called and remain standing as you're able. Mary Weiser Art Studies Scholarship goes to Annalise Burke. The Patty Stricker Scholarship goes to Nancy Gomez. The Mark Palmer Gray Endowed Art Scholarship recipients are Linda Alcazar, Valerie Vogel, Annalise Burke, and Nancy Gomez. The Roberta Avon Fiscum Memorial Scholarship goes to Ellery Beal, Catherine Daniel, Savannah Conrad, and Chloe Weaver. The Elizabeth Bloomberg Endowed Art Scholarship recipient is Nancy Gomez. Excellence in Printmaking Scholarship goes to Nancy Gomez. The Edna Grinstead Art Scholarship awardees are Caden Engel and Sophia Kessel. The Stasha Lane Endowed Art Scholarship recipient is Valerie Vogel. And last but not least, the Amy E. Arnson Endowed Art Scholarship goes to Emily Dufek and Jack Yorns. Please help me congratulate these winners. Now it's my pleasure to announce the esteemed professor of communications, who's also serving as interim department chair, but also assistant department chair, right? Sue Willermuth. Thank you.
Hello, on behalf of the Communication Department, I am honored to recognize the 2025 recipients of the Communication Department scholarships. Thank you to our donors. As the trend continues, please hold your applause until all the students have been recognized, and students, please stand as your names are called. So the Communication Ambassador Scholarship, we have Grace Caputo, Nora DeRosso, and Olivia Gross. For the Martino Journalism Scholarship, Lucas Riley. For the Richard and Kathy Haven Political Communication Scholarship, Olivia Gross. For the Communication Department Endowed Scholarship, Lexi Hume. The Ben and Maxine Lowell Scholarship, Fayla Stradley. The Light She Gave, the Angela Weber Health Communication Scholarship, Paige Zazuka. For the Peter and Catherine Conover Endowed Scholarship, Lucas Riley. For the Lowell Award for Excellence in Corporate and Health Communication, Grace Quaid. The Dr. Patricia A. Townsend Scholarship, Anna Cortucci. And the George Hafer Scholarship Fund, Evelyn Witt. Join me in congratulating these students.
Thank you. On behalf of the Media Arts and Game Development Program, I'd like to read the following scholarship. Max Mallory Scholarship recipient, David Blankenberg. And next, I'd like to introduce the chair of the Department of Music, Christian Allen.
Good afternoon. Thank you to our donors and scholarship recipients. I'm so happy to celebrate all of you. I'm here to talk about the music folks. So, music scholarship recipients, please stand when your name is called. Remain standing, and the rest of you are going to do what? You're going to hold your applause. We have you well trained. So the Joyce Ryan Voice Scholarship goes to Jackie Cortez. Gala Concert Scholarships, the recipients are Eli Abraham, David Aguilar Hernandez, Ellery Beal, Noah Brockway, Juliana Bullock, Jake Chilicki, Jeremy Cotoron, Ian Curlis, Emma Dutcher, Hannah Frowney, Sabrina Killery, Lauren Kozlowski, Sawyer Lawton, Ryan Maddox, Mitchell McCarty, Ambria McCrary, Benjamin Pintar, Meadow Santiago, Anton Saucedo, Brady Timmons, Carter Ward, Nathan Weber, Isabel Williams, Emma Yakley, and Abigail Young. The James and Lita Fay Memorial Scholarship recipient is Emma Clark. Bushman Pritchett Scholarship recipient is Ellery Beal. Admissions Music Talent Scholarship recipients are Ethan Amundsen, Aubrey Devona, Jack Doppelhammer, Haley Ish, Lucas Neustifter, and Vito Schwartz. Glenn and Christine Hayes Music Education Scholarship goes to Hannah Frowney and Abigail Young. The Joanne Hobbs Endowed Music Scholarship goes to Ambria McCrary and Brady Timmons. The Stephen Belter Music Endowment Scholarship goes to Benjamin Pintar. The Dennis and Margaret Rohr's Band Scholarship Endowment this year goes to David Aguilar Hernandez. The recipient of the Howard G. Engelfeld Music Scholarship is Anton Saucedo. The Dr. Robert K. Webb Band Family Scholarship goes to Juliana Bullock. The Robert L. Jennings Voice Scholarship goes to J.T. White. The Stephen Cherrick Percussion Scholarship goes to Holland Lorenz. The recipient of the Carleen McMonigal Scholarship Endowment, two recipients, Kaylee Fleckner and Jack Pfeiffer. The recipients of the Grace A. Kruger Scholarship are Anna Adams, Giada Alonso, Reina Garcia, Sydney Garza, Alina Hollenberger, Chloe Kreskin, Mason Ohm, and Nirvana Terrell. The recipient of the Roger Koppenbarger Woodwind Scholarship is Regan Lindholm. The Chancellor's Quartet Scholarship recipients are Angelica Altoro, Aurelia Meyer, Carrie Kelly, and Meadow Santiago. And lastly, the Margaret Monfils Piano Endowed Scholarship is Robert Remus. So congratulations to all of you. A round of applause for these recipients. It's now my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Department of Theater and Dance, Eric Appleton. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure on behalf of the Department of Theater and Dance to announce the recipients of our scholarships. Thanks again to all of our donors, and please hold your applause until the end, and please stand as your name is called. The Jim Butcher Memorial Scholarship, Mitchell Bartashowitz, McKenna Weldon. The Fannie E. Hicklin Theater Education Scholarship, Emma Cordray, Antonio J. Parra. The Wynette Barnett Scholarship, Savannah Conrad, Zachary Martinez, Cor Miller, Antonio J. Parra, Jane Ryan. The Jean and Ann Wilson Endowed Theater Scholarship, Zachary Martinez, Maya Springall. The Sally Marks Scholarship, Addie Fugelseth, Zachary Martinez, Cor Miller, Lillian Nicholas, Brittany Ogden, Avi Stone. The Margot and Scott Trentadue Scholarship, Avi Stone. The Tom and Jane Colwyn Theater Dance Design Scholarship, Brittany Ogden. Congratulations. Before I return us to Dean Michael Dugan, I would like to invite you all to the rededication of the Department Library in honor of Jim Butcher and Skip Grover. It'll be taking place across the atrium in the stairwell by room 0038 sometime around 5:30. I'll let you get out, have some nibbles, and then I'll bring a gong or something and the other two to join us over there. Dean Dugan?
We might have to go to the percussion studio to get said gong. Or Eric can just make an announcement. One more round of applause for all scholarship recipients. I invite everyone to the atrium for a reception following the program. This will be an excellent opportunity for students to connect with family members, scholarship donors, and friends. For our generous donors, I cannot put into words, though I'm going to try, how your generosity and commitment to the success of our students in music, theater and dance, communication, art and design, and MAGD impacts their lives. Please know it does, and probably more than you can ever imagine. Students, I kindly ask you to stand one more time as you are able. That would be now. And join me in expressing gratitude to the scholarship donors whose support makes these opportunities for you possible. You may be seated. So at the College of Arts and Communication, we don't just teach content, we cultivate curiosity, inspire expression, fuel inquiry, and demand integrity. Our programs are rigorous because the world demands it, and our students are more than ready to rise to the challenge. What's happening here today, tonight, reflects the bold vision of UW-Whitewater's future. Here in the college, we are deepening a culture of collaboration between students, faculty, alumni, industries, studios, on the stage, and in various communities. We are advancing co-curricular experiences by way of real-world projects, internships, and leadership opportunities that sharpen skills and fuel ambition. We are enhancing the value of UW-Whitewater education by not just delivering degrees, but truly providing transformative experiences. And we are creating an inclusive environment for student success, because every Warhawk deserves the opportunity to soar. And of course, none of this happens alone. It takes mentors, families, alumni, and champions, people like all of you, to believe that investing in creative minds is the smartest bet that we can make on our future. If you're feeling inspired today, and I hope you are, there are many ways to help contribute to the momentum, by ways of scholarships for strategic investments and programs that are changing, life-changing not only for our students, but the world. To the students, this is really just the beginning. Keep questioning, keep creating, keep leading. The world needs your ideas, your courage, and your voice, and it needs them now more than ever. Congratulations to all of today's honorees and scholarship recipients. You make us proud. Now show the world what a Warhawk can do. Thank you all. Have a fantastic evening, and please do join us in the Green Hill Center of the Arts Atrium for some light refreshments. As Eric mentioned, rededication for the Theater Dance Department Library, and music by the Chancellor's String Quartet. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.